Hello everyone, and welcome back to Let's Play Deus Ex Human Revolution, The Missing Link. Whew, last time we had just made it through the detention camp and were standing at the entrance to the interrogation wing, so let's pick it up there. Chapter 3, Dealing with the Devil. With help from a mysterious accomplice, Jensen escaped the High Zhenju and rendezvoused with his benefactor, Natanya Keitner, base commander of Rifleman Bank Station. Keitner's motives were anything but altruistic, however. She needed Jensen to investigate the disappearance of innocent detainees from Burke's detention camp. The carrot? Proof that Megan and the Seraph science team had been here. Alright, here we are. Come on.
Activating security scan. Biometric data assembled. Subject recognized. Access granted.
Alright, here we go. So looking below me, I see what look like interrogation chairs, and on either side of me there are interrogation rooms, which I guess we should explore. There's a Cyber Boost Pro Energy bar here. There's a beer in here. Oh, there's somebody in the fourth chair underneath me. Audio log.
Post-interview log. Patient has been returned to detention area after sedation. Medical history gathered indicates that she's a prime candidate for inclusion. Similarly, all biological indicators fall within required parameters. Recommend preparation for stage 1 therapy prior to...
Gary, have you seen this? Have you seen what's on this smart disk? He's gone mad!
Tiffany, slow down. What are you talking about? Where'd you get that?
I found it in the last shipment of materials we received. One of the boxes had been tampered with, blatantly. Someone was sending this to me, to us, to warn us about Commander Burke.
That sounds a little far-fetched, don't you think? I know the two of you have butted heads, but Bob's assured me that the commander is with us on this.
Really? So Mr. Page is okay with us using unwilling human test subjects, is he? What's his opinion on Bell Tower using the OCM to further their military aspirations? Ask him about this Hydra project.
Tiffany, calm down. I know all about the Hydra project. It's nothing nefarious. It's simply a means of allowing soldiers to communicate more efficiently when in the field. You've seen Burke's augmentation. It has nothing to do with the OCM.
So, you think his obsession with this technology is because he's an environmentalist? Gary, I know this bothers you too. Those poor women. We can't keep doing this. We can't just rush blindly ahead and let men like Burke pull our strings. Science has made that mistake before.
I know. All right. Let's go down below and contact Bob. We'll see what he has to say about this. I know he's intrigued by the nanotech possibilities. Certainly, he's disappointed with the results we've had.
Alright, next one. There's a hypostim. And nothing else. Room 2 is empty, room 1 is empty. Alright. So, looks like we've got morgue, archives, storage rooms, examination rooms. Up there is the detention camp and interrogation rooms.
No, I just want to go home.
Alright.
I'm sorry. I'll stay quiet, I promise. Just don't hurt me anymore.
Calm down. I'm not gonna hurt you.
You're not one of them? One of the scientists? Please, you've got to get me out of here. You've got to do something before they come back. I don't want to disappear like all the others.
Men in charge.
Hold on. You said they were coming back? Who? Burke? Is he behind this?
I'm not sure. He comes around, but not that often. I know he gives the orders around here, but he doesn't seem all that interested in us beyond some psych tests and questioning. He mostly leaves us to the doctors or scientists or whatever they are.
Tell me about these scientists. Is one of them a woman named Reed?
I don't know. I mean, there is a woman, but her name is Kavanaugh, not Reed. I heard the guard call her that. She seems different, like she doesn't like what they're doing to us. I can't help but think she's being forced to do these things. The others just treat us like animals. It's horrible. I just want to go home.
About this area.
I want to help you, but you've got to stay calm. Now, what did you mean by disappear like the others? What's been going on back here?
I don't know much. I've heard rumors and seen some things, and I know what they've done to me. Biopsies, blood samples, tissue cores, like I'm some sort of lab rat.
Is that why you're back here? Separated from the others?
This is where they study and examine us to see if we're compatible or something. I don't know what they want from us. Sometimes we're sent back to the cells. Those that aren't, some of the others think they let them go, but I think they're being sent somewhere else, another facility maybe, somewhere else inside this one.
Why? What makes you think that?
Because of the way they talk when they're with us. It's like they're looking for some kind of perfect gene match or something. I'm not a doctor. I don't understand it. I just don't want them touching me anymore.
Her story.
It's okay. What's your name?
Miss Sullivan. I don't know why they're holding me in here. They just grabbed me off the street. I heard Cape Town was dangerous, but I thought with all the security around...
Cape Town? South Africa?
Isn't that where we are? I blacked out. They drugged me, I think. I was on vacation in Cape Town at the end of the summer. I was going to be starting senior year in the fall, and I wanted to have an adventure. My parents must be so worried.
I take it you're not a terrorist, then?
No, I've never done anything wrong. Never demonstrated against anything or anything. But neither have most of the girls here. I'm not sure about the men, but please, can't you get me out of here?
We have to leave. We can't let her out yet, which sucks.
I know this is gonna seem cruel, but I can't help you right now.
You're going to leave me here? You can't! You have no idea what it's like. Please!
I can't have you tagging along just yet, or walking the halls alerting the guards. Trust me, when I can get you out, I will. But your best bet is to stay put.
I'll alert them anyway. Burke and the 2 doctors were just here heading for the morgue. I'll tell them you're here. I will. Let me out or I'll tell them, I swear.
And then what? Do you really think they'll let you go? I'm still the best chance you've got, but you have to be patient.
Please. Don't go.
Alright. We got nothing on this table. That was the examination room. This room's unmarked. Another audio log.
Clinical trial log 11/27. Attending, Dr. Tiffany Kavanagh, Dr. Gary Savage. Observing Commander Peter Burke. Patient has been sedated and restrained.
Administering compound P-026, 1.75 cc's. Injection via the left suboccipital triangle, isolating the neocerebellum and pontine nuclei.
Well done, doctors. Appears that the spinal cranial replacement was successful.
She's been stable for 48 hours. Placing the upper column and posterior skull is more complex than your own hindbrain augmentation, Commander Burke, but it's well within our abilities. That's not our sticking point.
I'm quite aware of what your sticking point is, Doctor. Getting results that I can use.
Gary, Gary, she's waking up. Look at the alpha waves. They're attenuating. Blood pressure and heart rate are rising. O2 saturation is really low.
Savage, get this under control.
Tiff, increase sedation and disconnect the OCM interface. Get a dose of propofol ready, see if she stabilizes.
It's not working, Gary. Damn it. There's a rupture in the circle of Willis. Anterior cerebral artery. Shit. I've got to get in there.
It's already too late, Tiffany. You know that.
Is it still alive?
No. Now we lost her. I don't understand. She burned out so quickly. Arterial degeneration was clearly more advanced than anticipated, but still, the new compound should have worked.
Dispose of the body. I'll have the next viable candidate prepared and sent down to you, Dr. Kavanaugh.
Alright. Over here on the table we find a credit chip, 365 credits. And on the shelf, a pocket secretary. Records from Gary Savage to Tiffany Kavanaugh, Tiff. I've transferred most of the clinical patient information out of the bell tower workstation. I don't like BT having easy access to our data, and I don't think Paige would like it either. Looks like your paranoia about Burke is rubbing off on me. You may want to have a look as well. Username BTWKS025, password no mo tears. Alright. Oh, there's a detainee medical log next to her door. IC1-F, Sullivan Nina-3D6D. Designation 002/018-710. Sex female, ethnicity IC1, age 20. Pickup AFR-SA, destination RBS-B, associations unknown, low risk. Additional. ID confirmed, Nina Sullivan, born 2007, Canada. Student. No visible augmentation work. Procedures. Medical history interview reveals no counterindications. Descent W2/W1, IRE/UK. No pre-existing conditions, no augmentations. Preliminary examination. Blood type A negative. Biopsy indicates genetic markers well within acceptable values. Imaging results. Previously fractured ulna, likely 7 to 10 years. Suggest continuing protocol. Status awaiting transfer to lab. Alright, next. Here's the second examination room. Detainee medical log. IC3-F/Auger Louise-012. Designation 150/154-826. Sex female. Ethnicity IC3. Age 34. Pickup EU-UK. Destination RBS-B. Associations low, prostitute. Additional ID confirmed. Louise Auger, born 1993, France. No visible augmentation work. Procedures. Medical history interview reveals no counterindications. Descent. Africa, France. B2. No pre-existing conditions. Preliminary examination. Blood type AB. Biopsy indicates genetic markers well within acceptable values. Imaging results. Previously undisclosed augmentations. Social/sexual in nature. Project protocol. Administered hyperdose NPZ-pass. Removal of existing augmentations. Transfer to lab. Kavanaugh. Upper column/occipital replacement. Administered compound P-026. Massive rupture of cerebral arteries. Possible glial mass. Status terminated. Alright, now across from here we have a storage room, which I will go ahead and check out. We have tranquilizer darts. Nothing. 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 Nothing there. Nothing. 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 Over here in the corner, we've got another credit chip, 360 credits. And it looks like that's about it. I can't open the doors to the exam rooms. So, here in exam room 3, another empty one, but here's the detainee medical log. IC5-F, Leanne-W00T. Designation 142/030-156. Sex, female. Ethnicity, IC5. Age, unknown. Pickup, Asia-CH. Destination, RBS-B. Associations, unknown. Additional, ID unconfirmed. See imaging below. Uncooperative subject. No visible augmentations. Procedures. Medical history interview reveals no counterindications. Descent. Sino-CH/US 01-W9. No pre-existing conditions. Preliminary examination. Blood type A negative. Biopsy indicates genetic markers well within acceptable values. Imaging results. Implanted metal titanium graft. Unknown origin occipital bone. Label Ann Lee 144 HFMUDD. Possible enlarged left ATR. Project protocol. Unsuitable for continuance. Transfer to OR 4513.3. Read project. Status transferred. Alright, this thing's got nothing on it. Neither does this one. So we'll move on to the fourth exam room. It's got a corpse in it. Still can't open it, of course. Detainee medical log. IC5-F/Jane Doe 9903. Designation 142/030-156. Sex female. Ethnicity IC5. Age 25. Pickup Asia-CH. Destination RBS-B. Associations unknown. Additional. No ID confirmed. Possible social augmentations. Procedures. Medical history interview. Uncooperative. Presence of social enhancements complicate results. Burke. EMP field renders subject unresponsive. Descent Sino. Preliminary examination. Blood type B positive. Biopsy indicates genetic markers well within acceptable values. Imaging results. Cranial augmentations confirmed. Project protocol. Administered hyperdose NPZ. Pass. Existing augmentations in place. Transfer to lab. Kavanaugh. Upper column/occipital replacement. Administered compound P-024A. Interface established. Pass. Telemetry. Increased throughput capacity 134%. Lifespan TBD. Transfer to Ayers. Immediate. Burke. Status transferred. Alright, we got two more exam rooms. There's nothing on this pile of stuff. Exam room 5's got a body bag in it. Detainee medical log. IC1-F/Gallagher L-6006. Designation 009/053-036. Sex female. Ethnicity IC1. Age unconfirmed. Pickup OCE-AUS. Destination RBS-B. Associations SAF/FSA. Additional ID confirmed. Laura Gallagher, born ? Sydney, NSW. Former SAF parliamentarian. Reportedly kidnapped by FSA. Secured in raid on FSA camp. No visible augmentations. Procedures. Medical history interview reveals no counterindications. Descent CAUC-AUS W9. Preliminary examination. Blood type O negative. Biopsy indicates genetic markers well within acceptable values. Imaging results normal. Project protocol. Administered hyperdose NPZ. Pass. Transfer to lab. Kavanaugh. Upper column/occipital replacement. Administered compound P-024A. Interface established. Pass. Telemetry. Increased throughput capacity 176%. Transfer to Pan-02. Burke. Failure at 74 hours. Status terminated. Over here, we got nothing. Here's the last exam room. Nothing inside it, can't open it, but detainee medical log. IC5-F/Junwang-70H. Designation 142/030-156. Sex female. Ethnicity IC5. Age 32. Pickup Asia-CH. Destination RBS-B. Associations possible criminal organization. Additional ID confirmed. Jun Wang, born 1995, Hengshot, CHN. Suspected harvester runner. Confirmed augmentations, Goldman. Right arm replacement, right auricular cochlear replacement, right and left leg replacements. Procedures, medical history interview. Possibly delusional, machine god, descent, Sino. Preliminary examination, blood type B positive. Biopsy indicates presence of problematic genetic markers. Imaging results, extensive augmentation work. Project Protocol. Administered hyperdose NPZ. Pass. Existing augmentations preclude continuing project. Status. Terminated. Processed. Return to TS hung. Alright. There's the morgue. And here's the archives. Let's hit the archives first. On this desk is another credit chip. 525 credits. Over here in this back corner, we've got an ebook. The Sleepwalking World. Wake up! The schemes of the Illuminati. They are the driving force behind almost every major event in recent history. Dozens of smaller groups carry out tasks and spread influence, many of them unaware of the true nature of their secret masters, many of them violently opposed to one another. These agencies include the Trilateral Commission, the United Nations, the Priory of Zion, the Bilderberg Group, the Rand Corporation, the World Bank, Majestic 12, World Health Organization, UNICEF, Opus Dei. There are also dozens of smaller splinter factions inciting or fighting as revolutionaries and terrorists, corporate entities, and even individual persons. This is happening now. They have stepped up efforts to destabilize the world's governments, fomenting many global crises, fragmenting the geopolitical structure as a precursor to enacting a rescue plan that would cement the dominance of their new world order. This is happening all around you. And the computer has a level 2 lock. Non-factory zero players should hack it. I am just going to have to enter the password, no mo tears. From eric.gl at versalife.pi.org to Gary Savage regarding supply requisition. Got it, Gary. I've passed on supply requisition VL-C093XX to the depot and it's been processed. Delivery will arrive by usual means. Expect it within 24 hours. Eric Niceleaf, Coordinator Special Projects, VersaLife. Gary Savage, BTWKS025 at rbs.versalife.org wrote, VersaLife Medical Supply Requisition, Order, VL-C093XX, 4x150 Hematology Kits, 4x100 25GX 3-inch hypodermic needles, 1x100 100cc syringes, 5x 8-inch cranial rongeurs, 10x decompression retractors, 4x200 vinyl exam gloves, pneumatic microsurgery drill, ID number, SAVX51. From p.burke at rbs.belltower.net to Gary Savage. Subject transfer. Savage, the next shipment of subjects is due to arrive, storm or no storm. I will send some men to help you transfer the non-viable survivors back to their holding cells. From there they will be repotted and sent on to Omega Ranch, where hopefully they will be more useful. The morgue should be cleared of all bodies. As usual, disposal and transport to Hengsha has been arranged. Despite yours and Dr. Kavanaugh's confidence, I expect we will need the room. Also, I require an update on Loading Bay 3. Progress seems slow. It has been a week since the hardware was installed, and still it sits there empty. What is the holdup? It is of primary importance that a working version of the Hydra be implemented at this base. I do not understand your squeamishness, Doctor, and I will not stand for it. Get one of them in there and get it done. Burke. From p.burke at rbs.belltower.net to Gary Savage. Regarding candidate IC5-F/Jane Doe 9903. This is good news. Remit the candidate to the morgue. I will be down shortly to complete the transfer. Have Dr. Kavanaugh prepare for full implantation. Commander Burke. Excuse me. Gary Savage, BTWKS025 at rbs.versalife.org wrote, all tests have been completed on IC5-F/Jane Doe 9903. Neurotransmitter levels all normal. Astrocytogenesis minimal. EEG activity normal. All other baseline results are well within preclusion threshold levels. The genetic markers we identified seem to confirm our results. There is still no telling how the interface will react under load, but it seems promising. I am still reluctant, but this may be the subject needed for your plan for wireless Hydra functionality and direct connection to the defense unit in Loading Bay 3. Savage. From Tiffany Kavanaugh to Gary Savage. Regarding supplies? Thanks. Excuse me, I'm getting the hiccups. Thanks, Gary, but I think I'm covered down here. If we miss any incidentals, we can always make do. Besides, Eric always delivers within a day. We can place another order. You've got to convince Mr. Page. I know what we're doing here is getting to you, too. I know that the possible advances are incredible, but the cost, it's too much. I feel sick about what we're doing to these people. As for Burke, he'd better stay out of my way. T. Gary Savage, BTWKS025 at rbs.versalife.org, wrote, Tiffany, I'm about to send a supply requisition to VL for the next series of tests. Burke has already put us on notice that the ships will be docking as soon as the storm breaks, so things will get busy in here. Also, I'll be leaving the base for a few days, so you'll have to handle the preliminary tests. Bob wants to meet face-to-face about our progress. He's also bringing a Mr. Everett, probably one of his backers. Fingers crossed that I can convince them to look into Nano, or at least get a look at the Reed research. I can't shake the feeling that we're spinning our wheels here. Try not to butt heads with Burke until I get back. Gary. Nothing under there. Over here we have a second data storage device, which you should make sure to pick up for an achievement and 100 XP later. And that seems to be it for the archives. So let's head into the morgue.
So what did these ones die of, Savage?
Complete neurological breakdown from the looks of it. Organ collapse, nerve degradation.
Find him. There's been some trouble on the base. My man will take care of it. You were saying?
We may be looking at serious cross-systemic failure issues with the OCM.
It's those god-awful implants, Gary. The whole inhumane procedure. After a while, it just burns them out.
Has this been happening at the other sites?
We've experienced some die-off, yes, but I've been told Dr. Reed's research may offer a breakthrough. If we could bring her back here...
That's not going to happen.
Then we need to start considering other options. A nanotech-based solution performed on willing volunteers.
And are you volunteering yourself, Doctor?
Tiffany, please. I need to look at the raw data, Commander. If you would.
I turned a blind eye to your little office romance, Savage. But if she becomes a problem, she will be volunteering.
Keitner, I found out what Burke's been concealing.
Alright, that completes Investigate the Interrogation Wing, another 2,500 XP. I should also have Ghost and Smooth Operator.
The Interrogation Wing is some kind of medical testing facility.
Yes, we got it. Very good.
He's using the prisoners as lab rats.
For what?
Not sure. I'll need Burke's retinal scan data to find out.
I can't download that without setting off a million alarms. However...
Because I already grabbed Burke's eye, I just got another 2,500 XP, but let's look at the objective. Retrieve Burke's eye. Not only is Burke using the prisoners as lab rats, he's hiding something beyond the prison morgue. Something involving Megan and her research. To find out what it is, I've got to get past a retinal scanner, and that means stealing Burke's replacement prosthetic eye from his office in the base's administration wing.
You still have that retinal prosthesis you stole from his office?
If you're suggesting I use it to fool a retinal scanner, it won't work. The eye synthetic tissue spike needs to be connected to a real optic nerve. Otherwise, it just reads as metal.
I know. That's why you need to take it to Quinn. I'll tell him to expect you. Keitner out.
And new goal is give Burke's eye to Quinn. I've got Burke's prosthetic eye, and it should allow me access to the secret area beyond the prison morgue, but only if a civilian mechanic on the base can bring it to life. Time to seek out Keitner's contact, Quinn, in the base's lower-level maintenance area. Let's poke around the morgue first. There's not too much going on in here. But there is the fourth Hugh Darrow ebook, 200 XP. The Intelligence Circuit, excerpted from a talk given by Hugh Darrow at the 2020 Human Plus conference in San Jose. We get carried away with the idea of bolting robot arms and legs to our fleshy torsos, but I firmly believe that the real core of what we can innovate lies within our meat, more specifically in our brains. Deep brain implants are the way in which the human machine can truly be supercharged. Consider our gray matter. Our neural DNA has been imprinted with a mammoth amount of information, allowing us to parallel process huge and complex data sets in quick order. But for all that, our wet memory is patchy and sporadic. We lack the ability to communicate data in complete fashion. Through the use of cognitive enhancement implants providing nootropic stimuli, we are capable of creating a new level of neural synchrony that can effectively boost brain capacity, and via wireless data parsing subsystems, a form of radio telepathy is a real and viable concept. Faster brains processing more data, reacting quicker, capable of streaming that data in real time to other similarly accelerated post-humans. This is the real frontier. Alright, let's poke around the rest of this room. I don't really think we're going to find anything else. We can't use the elevator yet, obviously. So we need to go back to the administration wing. There's nothing between here and there, but when we get to the administration wing, there will be 5 new soldiers spawned, which I'll have to perform takedowns on. Not really a big deal.
Activating security scan. Biometric data assembled. Subject recognized. Access granted.
The detention camp should still be empty. Well, I say empty. There shouldn't be anything new here. There's still Typhoon turrets and 2 security bots, but we can sneak past those pretty easy. Down to level 1. We'll wait for one of these robots to turn around and follow him over to the other staircase. Looks like I'll be following this one. Just because it's closer to me.
Listen to me. I've done nothing wrong.
Alright. Down the stairs again. Through another damn security scan to get back to the administration sector.
You can't do this! We have died!
Activating security scan. Biometric data assembled. Subject recognized. Access granted.
Alright. Now there are 5 new soldiers in this area. 3 on the bottom floor and 2 on the top floor. Guess it doesn't really matter what order I deal with them in. Deal with the two up top first.
Listen, we'd all like to be in the middle of the action in Oz, but we're stuck here. It's better than policing civilians like Jonesy. Isn't he stationed in China? Drag that must be.
I don't know. Anxious sounds like a fun time at least, especially Lower City. There's a hotel there, full-service girls. You know what I mean?
Maybe you're right. Wouldn't have to deal with Burke and his asshats at least. I don't envy Commander Geithner. She has to deal with this crap daily.
Keep it down. Jesus. I know we saw him go to the detention block, but who's to say he hasn't plugged the hall inside his office or something?
You're being paranoid. Besides, what would he do? Geithner still runs this base, and she has our backs.
Alright, I need him to separate. Which will happen eventually. Then I can drop one. He dropped a combat rifle. Let's go get him down the stairs and into the communications security office where I've stashed all the other bodies. 4 more guards to take down. Shouldn't really be a problem. Alright, let's see what he was carrying. 80 credits. Awesome. Alright, let's go bag the other upstairs guard. Looks like he's just stationed himself outside Keitner's office. Fine and dandy. Alright, so he dropped a pistol. He carries painkillers and 125 credits. I'll put him in the same place. 3 guards to go. Alright. Now let's find those 3 new ones. Well, there's one.
If anyone's here, come out now.
Alright, that leaves 2. He dropped a pistol. He carries painkillers and 125 credits. I don't think we need to take him all the way to communications security. I think we can hide him here in Special Operations. Alright, 2 more. Somewhere down here. There they are. Both of them. Alright.
Just saw the Irishman down below. He says he'll have the new merchandise soon now that the ships are docked.
Finally. Hey, did you ever wonder about his setup? I mean, I know he's a civvy, but Bell Tower's pretty strict about military procedures. They gotta know about this guy.
Sure they know, but to them, he's like a pressure valve. Quinn gets us some of the things Bell Tower doesn't provide. Plus, he doesn't even sly, so...
We get to feel like we're getting away with something. Plus, we get some extra goodies.
Exactly. As long as it doesn't get out of control, they'll let the Mick run his little market.
Okay, he dropped a pistol. He carries 5 pistol bullets. Let's move his body away. He can probably be stashed in the Special Operations office, same as the last guy I dropped. Alright, now we just gotta worry about the last one. He's leaning against the wall, but he's protected. So we're gonna have to pull him out. I don't think I can get close enough for a jump to do the job, so we're gonna have to throw something. Like a cardboard box. That sounds perfect.
What the hell? I think it came from around here.
And down he goes. What do you know? Another Praxis. He dropped a combat rifle. He carries 80 credits. Let's hide his body. Same place. Special Operations Office should be fine. Now we're free and clear to head down and have another chat with Quinn. One thing that I did miss the first time I was down here, there's an ebook. Practical Shootist Monthly, featured in this month's hard-packed edition. We review the latest iteration of a classic, the Stasiak Arms Expo compound crossbow system, and we ask if the silent kill is truly the best. Live fire analysis of the new modified SMG in development for Germany's Bundespolizei GSG-9 division. Columnist Rick Tiplady discusses the history of a masterpiece, the 357 Python. Gun control, managing recoil through augmented cyber limbs for 50 caliber rounds and above. Our technology consultant looks at the next generation of non-lethal firearms, including the new gun out of Hong Kong's Connaught Technologies, the Pulsed Energy Projection System. On location, this month we join the Austin Police Department's Hostage Rescue Unit. We examine the latest advances in liquid matrix armor, the skull gun and other implanted firearms, real, fantasy, or nightmare. Op-ed, why is it wrong to have a flamethrower, plus all our usual features and columns. Alright, let's talk to Quinn.
So, what's the story? Just got off the horn with the commander.
1,750 experience for getting things done on Give Burke's Eye to Quinn.
She says you got something for me to take a look at.
Prosthetic eye, one of Burke's. We need it to get past a retinal scan, but it's useless like this.
Aye, without an active neural connection, it might as well be an expensive paperweight. May as well put a gobstopper in front of the scanner for all the good that thing will do you.
Solutions, Quinn. Think you can handle this?
Lad, I may be just a mechanic, but I'm also the only thing keeping this whole bleeding facility from sinking into the abyss. Think I can manage a simple optic frequency bypass. Just let me get me tools. Right, so that's it now. You got the eye. Sorry it took a little longer than expected. Nearly break the damn thing once or twice. New TYM firmware and such. Now don't go fucking around with it. It's only got a limited lifespan due to the temp power source I rigged. It's only good for one use. Got it?
How did you...
This is pretty impressive work for a mechanic, Quinn.
What's that supposed to mean? There's more to old Quinn than meets the eye. No pun intended. You wouldn't be the first fool to underestimate my know-how.
Well, there's more to this job than just a simple battery swap. I saw you modifying the BIOS. This is state-of-the-art hardware and software. You're not just a mechanic. You're a hacker.
What are you going on about now? Ain't nothing you couldn't pull off with a degree in computer engineering and a little elbow grease. Come off it now. We ain't got time for this.
Supposed to move?
Is it supposed to be moving?
Aye. Bloody creepy that is. Try not to pay it any mind now. Thing's stuck in calibration mode. Trick is, I got it thinking it's plugged into a new host. And by rewriting the system diagnostic checks, it'll keep trying to connect without detecting anything's amiss, which in turn keeps it alive in a manner of speaking. Fucking brilliant piece of engineering work if I don't say so myself.
One use?
Why only one use?
Without being hooked up to a proper battery, like your brain. The voltage spike from a single scan will trip the surge protectors, shutting it down to prevent further transmissions. It's a redundant safety mechanism built into the optic nerve to prevent frying your noggin in a dorsal ventral feedback loop. Short of putting the thing in your own head, which I ain't exactly equipped to do, there's no way around it. Besides, I think the commander preferred it this way.
Continue.
Well, hopefully this thing works.
It'll work just dandy so long as you don't do something stupid like drop it. And it ain't a bloody webcam. So don't try using it to spy the knickers up someone's skirt.
Alright, let's leave.
I gotta go.
Right. Do us both a favor. Keep your head down.
Alright, so we got a new goal. Access the morgue's secret elevator. Quinn thinks he's rigged Burke's eye so that it will fool a retinal scanner. I just need to return to the morgue and scan the eye to find out. One thing I haven't been doing that I should is quest items. We've got the 2 data storage devices. This disk is labeled OCM/Panchaea. This is the first one I found. A rewritable data storage device that contains holographically encoded information. Data retrieval can only be accomplished by inserting the disk into the correct display board. This disk has been labeled OCM/Panchaea 1 through 5. This disk is labeled OCM/Australia. A rewritable data storage device that contains holographically encoded information. Data retrieval can only be accomplished by inserting the disk into the correct display board. This disk has been labeled OCM/Australia. Modified Burke's spare retinal prostheses. Modified, a set of I Know retinal prostheses that have been custom-made for Peter Burke. A custom-made variant of the I Know retinal prosthesis. It was manufactured as a gift for Bell Tower Commander Peter Burke and recently modified by base mechanic Garvin Quinn. Quinn's modifications will fool a retinal scanner into believing the eye is planted in Burke, thus enabling passage into a restricted area. Alright, pretty straightforward. Now we just gotta go all the way back to the interrogation wing.
Activating security scan. Biometric data assembled. Subject recognized. Access granted.
Alright. Same as before, we gotta sneak through the detention camp. Use the robots to get past the lasers and make a nice little circle. Okay, we'll follow the one on the right. Gonna move through the lasers.
I'm not a terrorist! You are the terrorist!
Hide in here till they leave and then go up the stairs to level 3. Up to level 3. Now we just gotta get past the Typhoon turret.
This is a mistake! Why are you doing this? You're monsters!
Head through to the interrogation wing.
Activating security scan. Biometric data assembled. Subject recognized. Access granted.
And here we are again. Now we just gotta head through to the morgue. And this time we'll be able to access the secret elevator. Good, Nina Sullivan's still there. We still can't let her out. Retinal scanner.
Access granted.
Here's the secret elevator. Down we go.
Jensen, it's Keitner. Where are you?
In a well-concealed elevator inside the prison's restricted wing. Your gun-running neural engineer deserves a raise.
I take it the eye worked then. Good. Now listen, if what you say is true, if Burke really is using the prisoners here as lab rats, I need proof. Hard evidence that I can take to Interpol.
An entire prison full of kidnapped civilians isn't enough?
You're an ex-cop, Jensen, you tell me. How many death row inmates crying on about their innocence have you seen getting out?
Point taken. I'll see what I can find.
Alright, access the morgue secret elevator. Getting things done, 1,750. And then we need to find evidence to give to Interpol. That's our new objective. If we're going to blow the lid off Burke's and Belltower's Black Project, Keitner needs to bring irrefutable proof to Interpol. I'll need to search the secret facility underneath this base thoroughly to find it. Alright, here we are in the restricted wing, and I think that's sufficient to call it a video. So, here we are at the entrance to the restricted wing. This has been Let's Play Deus Ex Human Revolution, The Missing Link. Next time, we will begin our search of the restricted wing for the evidence to give to Interpol. Until then, thank you for watching. Bye-bye.